guys, welcome back to the Bag of Arm podcast. Today is episode 5, and the topic for today is spooky experiences. So, I'm gonna let you start off first. So, tell us about your spooky experiences.
It was a couple years ago, 2019, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because it was before.
Before we moved, obviously. So we lived in this one like semi-old house, I think.
It was pretty dated.
Yeah, it was pretty old. Pretty crappy. And
very.
So was this one. Can't catch a damn break. So we had this spirit in the house with us, and it was a good spirit. It was nice. It just chilled out with us. It did like to take socks
and underwear. It would take our dad's underwear like all the time. Every single time his clothes are washed. Sorry, I had to add that in.
I'm sorry, that's crazy. Our mom had started leaving to visit her brother more often. So this one time she was gone for, I think, 2 weeks. And that's when it started getting like a little creepy. Well, not creepy, but unsettling. It started off with it was you. It was in your room. So you tell this part. You tell this part.
I don't know how to explain what it felt like other than like it was terrifying, really.
Terrifying.
Like it at some points it kind of felt like you couldn't breathe. If that
I get it. I get you.
Okay. So there was one night where it was after we had all like gotten in bed and everything. And I don't remember if I was on my phone or my tablet, but I know I was scrolling through TikTok on one of them. And like I had felt something standing beside me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see it, but I felt that there was something there. And I had felt like a hand on my shoulder, like kind of like grabbed me. And I had looked over, nothing was there. I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw like a figure at my nightlight that was in my room. Like I saw like a shadow figure there, kind of, and I was like, what the fuck? And like after that night, and like moving forward, it kind of felt like it got stronger. If that makes any sense.
Like it was feeding on your fear.
Yeah. And I've always been a very paranoid person. Like I've always been like terrified of the dark. Always been terrified of like demons, I guess. I don't really know how to say it. Just like not good spirits, if that makes sense. I've always been like pretty meh about it. And the more I kept thinking someone was in my room, the more scared I was getting. So it felt like it was getting stronger, and that I was getting weaker. And like from that night, it just kept getting creepier because I would start to hear things, like voices that people weren't in there, and like I think it had started also bothering you at that point.
Like,
I don't remember. I don't remember much from back then because it's been a couple, like it's been a while.
it's been a while.
But
A lot of traumatic things have happened since then.
yeah.
I think like the first 2 weeks while it was going on, like it was just you, and then our mom came back for a little bit. She came back for a little bit, and then a couple months later, she went back to visit her brother again. I think this time she stayed there for like a month. I think around
Yeah.
that it was a good chunk of time. Yeah, it was a good chunk of time. Bye. I miss you.
She
Um,
just left.
shut up now. Anyway, yeah, she was gone for like a month, I think. And that's around the time it like started happening again cuz like when she came back it stopped because she has a very strong presence and she's always been able to keep like just yeah, it yeah. Um and she left again, it started happening again. You started hearing the voices, and it was. You said it felt more violent, right? Like the second spirit felt more violent, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I think. That those are the words you used back then. It's been a couple years. And at that point, I started like feeling something off. Like at the end of our hallway, why did I call this? Anyway, at the end of our hallway, like near my my room, and then it's like my room, and then my parents' room was right beside it. So like in that area, yeah. So I started feeling something off, and like strong. It was a very strong presence, but not a good presence. I don't know that it was necessarily evil. It was just bad. It had a nasty presence, just bad one. Yeah. And then I started like seeing a figure. Yeah, I started seeing like a figure at the frame, and it was kind of creepy. Um, and then you told me about the voices you were hearing. Like you said they were like art. It sounded like they were arguing.
Yeah. It
Um,
it it sounded like there was like a huge fight going on, if that makes sense.
mind you, we were home alone, and all the TVs in the house were off.
I even checked some nights.
I feel that. I made sure like everything was off and doors and windows were locked every night before I got in bed. Um anyway. And then what happened like that, and then I like one night I had felt a hand on my arm, and I went to sleep and woke up with like a like bruise. Like it wasn't a big one, but it was like in the shape of two fingers, if that makes sense. So it was like two separate bruises in the shape of two finger shapes, words in the shapes of fingers. Um, and no, it wasn't me because that would be insane. Because it was like this, yeah, like this. and I cannot do that to myself from that angle with the fingers like this. Can I?
Not with these. Not with these. Because they would
Okay,
they
well, I
would
looked
curl. They would
Yeah,
curl like
like-
this, so not with these. I think we had told our siblings about it.
Yeah.
Wait.
We actually, I think that's when I started, like...
We had told them after you had seen that little boy at the end of your bed.
Yeah.
There was a little boy at the end of her bed, and like part of his face
And
was cut off.
Well, not cut off, but it was
Oh.
it was bleeding. And I want to make it very clear, to this day, I don't know if I actually saw that or if it was something that happened in a dream and it just felt so real that I thought it was real. But either way, I was really creeped out by it. And yeah, I don't know if it really happened or if it was a dream, but yeah, felt real.
I do know after that we had told our sister, and our sister had told our brother.
Yeah.
Then, after she had told him, they both came over, and I wouldn't really say it was like a seance.
It wasn't. It was more just like
Cleanse, maybe?
it was very much like that. Like, yeah.
I don't know terms.
Yeah. Like,
but basically, he had tried to get rid of whatever was in our house.
mm-hmm.
And we probably or at least I probably shouldn't have lied, but I didn't feel anything different after it. I could I could still feel whatever was in the house. Like, I could still feel it.
Yeah.
But, like, they were so, like, worried about it. I wanted them to feel better. And, like, when they had asked us a few days after, like, do you guys still, feel the evil presence in the house? And I had lied and said no. But it had only seemed to anger what was over in the house, because it had gotten worse.
And it just hit me. So the good spirit that was in our house, we called him William. So we're gonna keep calling him that.
We love William.
Yes, he was a very, very calm and gentle spirit. After we did that little thing, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what he called it, so yeah, anyway. After we did that, we both stopped, like, feeling his presence. Like, so I think our brother ended up getting rid of the wrong presence because we didn't feel him any after that.
Yeah.
We stopped feeling him after that, and it seemed, like you said, it felt like it angered the spirits. And I don't know, like, it felt like he was protecting us, like William was protecting us from the whatever bad spirit or spirits that was there, because they got angrier after that, and William was gone.
Yeah, and then, like, they, I started getting, like, scared. Like, I wanted our mom to come home. That's how scared I was. And, like, it felt worse, and I just, like, I felt like everything in me was just, like, draining.
I think that's when we started sleeping in the living room. Because, like, it was still there and we could still feel it. So yeah, it felt like it was only bother us when we were apart. So
yeah, because we would always, well, I mean, to this day, we still always hang out.
Yeah, so we started, like, one point it got so bad, so we, like, spent the night in the living room just to try and, like, get our minds off of it. We watched some movies, fell asleep. And I think it, like, got better after that. Like, yeah.
Mm.
Because again, they would really only attack us when we were by ourselves. So,
Mm.
yeah. And then one day our mom texted us and she was like, "Hey, I'm coming home this day." So we had to, so the day she was coming home, we sort of had to go back to our own rooms. And then she got there and like the presence wasn't as bad anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Every time she would leave, it got stronger, but when she would come back, it wasn't as strong. And I don't know if I should call it aura or not. Would that be correct word for it? Like she had like she has a strong aura or something, so she's very protective.
Yes, it's
It
Hey, baby.
so it wasn't as bad. You could still feel that it was there. Our mom couldn't.
Yeah, she didn't believe that we were telling the truth. She thought that we were just being paranoid because we were home alone, but that's not the case because our brother and sister said that they could also feel it whenever they would come over.
Yeah,
Or
and
more specifically, our sister could feel it.
And I don't think I had ever told any of y'all this, but like sometimes at night, like when I was thirsty and would go get something to drink, and you know it was after we had went to bed and stuff like that. There, like I couldn't see something in the house, but I would see figures standing outside.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one night where I had seen a handprint on the window.
You told me about that one. Yeah.
Like I don't know if you had ever seen like figures outside or not, like outlines of people outside or not at night sometimes. But like I would, and it wasn't just like one or two people, it was like multiple. It was like a whole like group. But like I'm when she had come home, I was so happy because it wasn't, I mean it was still there, but it wasn't as strong.
Yeah.
I was still extremely paranoid. But to be fair, when there's an evil being feeding off of you and fucking with your head, it's I don't know, that was one of our like most like I guess scariest encounters with a spirit or whatever it was. Um and it's definitely something that I don't think I'd ever be able to move past.
It definitely opened your eyes. I would say it definitely like opened your eyes. Yeah.
And to this day, I still miss William.
Right.
He's a fun guy.
Steal
Fun
those
spirit.
socks, William.
Steal the underwear. A pause from the ghost stuff. Are you guys enjoying Sally in our videos?
Of course, you have to.
She's become a regular now. Maybe we should get her a mic.
For sure. You would have mine.
She could talk about stuff with us.
Yes.
Talk about all the kitty things going on in her life.
What do you have to say, ma'am? Nothing right now. Let me see, baby. What do you have to say? Speak into the mic.
More like sniff.
What was your hair?
Nah.
Yeah.
This is so kind of wet.
Yeah.
So, it's been a couple weeks at this point.
Are you comfortable talking about it right now?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with talking about it.
Okay.
I'm not alone, so yes, I'm okay with it.
Feel that?
So, you know, a couple weeks ago, I'd had this nightmare, and it like it was kind of like a dream and a dream and a dream, if that makes sense.
A dream and a dream and a dream and a dream. A dream you like. can't wake up out of it.
Yeah, like you feel like you actually woke up, but you were still like you woke up in the dream.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah.
But this wasn't a dream; it was a nightmare. I actually don't even know if this was real or not. Because it felt so real. But during this nightmare, I had heard tapping on my door. What are they called?
He has a balcony.
Yeah, I have a balcony, and yeah. And I heard tapping on the window from one of the doors, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And we like there are a lot of squirrels and stuff in our backyard, so I like in my brain I thought, oh, it's probably just an animal,
just a squirrel
or something, because they always up on my balcony. And I had gotten up and I had looked, and it was this like, I'm not going to say the name of it because you're not supposed to, but we're going to say that there was this figure, not a good one, outside the window, and it was in the shape of one of my dogs, and it like the front paws were not paws, it looked more like claws, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it looked like her nails were like,
when you described it to me, I since we had just watched Sinners, I was thinking Remix hand, like fingers, like the long fingers with like the gross long nails.
It was similar to that, okay, but like longer and more gross. And I was like, what the fuck? And like to this day it still like fucks with me. Like a couple of nights after, I was super paranoid because my brain just, every single time I'd looked at Amber, I was like, are you actually a dog? Because like it left me so paranoid. But like it's been a couple weeks since that happened, and I'm still thinking of it, and like it obviously it doesn't feel like it was real, like right now, but it felt so real to the point that I thought that Amber wasn't actually a dog anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone had like snatched her, something, and I didn't even want to be around Amber because of it. Like I was so paranoid and creeped out by it. And I will not lie, when I had like actually woken up from that, I started bawling. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, what the fuck was that? And that was terrifying. That is one of the most terrifying nightmares I have ever had in my life. Mostly because it revolved around my dog.
Look, so I want to say something. While you were telling that story, I started smiling, right? And it's not because of the story. I just started thinking about just the two.
Oh, if y'all haven't watched Sausage Party, you need to. It's so fucking funny. If you're of age, that is.
It was just so stupid. It was just in there. Like that time that and that time where I just saw William walking a path. Walking past our mom's mirror. Like I saw like the shape of him. Yeah. And I thought that was so funny.
This isn't a scary one, but after we had moved back to NC, I think it was like the first night we were there.
Uncle, oh my!
We had heard, or I had heard at least, like work boots going up and down our hallway, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought our dad was awake doing something. I was like, what's he up so late? Why is he wearing his work boots? And I heard them, and like I was so like I was getting terrified. I was like, what the hell?
Why did he bring his work boots all the way from the camper? What the hell?
Like I was like, what the hell is going on? And I think we had went to investigate to see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, because you were like kind of like freaked out by it. And
I
was. Like, there's
was.
nothing there. And then we went out and it like happened again, and you were like, oh, I know who this is.
I was like, oh, it clicked. It's our uncle.
A couple years ago, before we moved back into our house, our uncle and his family was living there. And he died in a car accident.
Yeah.
Because of a drunk driver. Anyway, I just had to put that out there.
And like,
yeah, and then his family moved back, and then a little bit after that, his family had moved out.
There you go.
Sorry. And then we, I think half a year later, something like that, we moved back in because of financial problems we were having.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm exhausted.
You're good.
And like it when it had clicked, I was like, I started talking to him. I was like, "What are you doing? Why are you running up and down these halls? Shouldn't you be like resting right now?" And I remember telling my mom about it, and and it was kind of a mistake to tell her at that time because she started crying.
Oh, banana.
She started crying about it, but like she was also laughing because she was talking about how like his favorite thing to do was like not like prank us, but
fuck with us.
Yeah, fuck with us. That was like one of his favorite things to do.
Asshole. Why does he like that? Asshole.
But I think that was probably one of my favorite like spirit experiences.
There was one time where he had opened the pantry door and it scared the crap out of me because like I was doing the dishes and the door was like completely closed. It like no way it could open by itself. Doing the dishes, he had opened it and it creaked because it creaked. And it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Green Bean, what are you doing here?
Get out here, Green Bean. Let me do the dishes in peace.
Literally.
Better, you know what? It's better he does that while I'm trying to do the dishes than when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
He fucked with us a lot.
He did, and I think he enjoyed it.
He did. He was, his spirit form was like, ah, stupid little peaches. That's for calling me old. You called me old this one time a year and a half ago.
But hey, it was all you. I had told him that she had called him old. I told him.
And he got revenge.
He did. He threw
by putting that giant Goodwill bag, heavy ass Goodwill bag on my lap in the car. It was so heavy.
It was amusing.
For you, my legs were feeling like they were getting crushed. He just walked away. He was like, "There you go." Left.
You're welcome.
Well, somebody helped me because my legs are crushed. No one helped me.
Nope.
It just had to stay like that till we got to Goodwill.
Yep. You're welcome.
You were in the other seat laughing, just like, hey, beach. That's what you were doing.
Because it was amusing. Because I know he had said he was going to get you back for calling him old, but I didn't know what he was going to do.
I wasn't the
And
only
then after he had thrown the trash bag onto your lap, he was like, "That's for calling me old." Our dad did that to me as well.
I was about to say, you know what? I wasn't the only one that called him old, though. You and our sister also called him old, but I was the only one that had to pay for it.
It's okay. Our dad threw a trash bag full of clothes on me too.
Because you lied to Green Bean and said I was the only one that did it.
I don't want to hear nothing. You and his son also called him old at a separate time. Small backstory. Our older sister used to have like, what are they called? I don't think they're called shadow people. What are they called? I don't know. She had something like attached to her. It wasn't bad though. It was like it watched over her. If that
Oh, the Hat Man.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he was wearing a big old top hat.
Yeah. Didn't he also have like the yellow eyes?
No.
No, he didn't. Oh, I thought he
just the
did.
big old top hat. The yellow eyes is a different story.
Okay.
That's brother.
Oh, I remember something had come to the house and like it had scared the shit out of you. Because it was like standing in your room or like it was in your doorway or something. It had like you when you had looked, you saw something. I don't remember if it was like the man with the hat or if it was the yellow eyes one. I don't remember because
Oh,
you
it
had
just
talked
clicked. Okay. No, it wasn't her because her Hat Man usually.
It wasn't her.
That's no okay. That's what she called the spirit Hat Man.
Mm.
Her Hat Man because he was always like in her room and it was always it looked like he was wearing a big old top hat. So Hat Man. No, it wasn't that. It was brother's ghost. Or not ghost because it wasn't that. It was a spirit. So he had like one of his coworkers had this nasty spirit attached. I think actually it was a demon attached to her, and she told him about it, and he helped her get rid of it, and then it attached itself to him instead. That and so he would see it everywhere, like all the time. And he was over at our place one day, and he was going to our mom's bathroom, and I had seen like yellow eyes on the like
wall.
Thank you, God. On the wall behind him. Because it was his shadow,
but it had
the yellow eyes. And it was creepy. And I told him about it, and I was like, hey, you've got something attached to you. And he was like, oh yeah, I know. I didn't realize it was following me around that way. So I do apologize that it was here at all. Yeah. And he got rid of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it after that. Never saw it again. But it was creepy as hell, and I was scared for him. But his ass, he had it under control. He was like, not today.
Not today, Satan. I will say though, like when we still lived in Florida, after our brother had moved in, we didn't really have any more issues with like bad spirits again.
He's like our mom. He has a very strong aura, and he's always been able to protect us from stuff like that, from bad spirits like that.
Yeah, ever since like he started living with us again, we haven't really had any issues with like bad spirits. I don't even think we've really had any issues with spirits in general. Not until NC, but that was before he was there.
Yeah. And it was just Green Bean. Green Bean. Yeah, and Mocha. I think that was it.
Yeah. Moki still like is around, but like
Mocha is my cat that passed away a couple years ago.
He passed away in 2019, I think. Like, early 2019.
He's badass. I'm sorry. He was not.
Poor Moki.
He had always been a very chunky cat. And then, like, he got sick, and he lost all that weight, and then he got better, and then a couple months after he got better, he died because he had a heart problem that we didn't know about. Now his spirit just sort of hangs out on my bed because he was the most lazy cat in existence.
His favorite place used to be the back of the couch, but ever since we had gotten rid of that couch, he's been chilling on her bed.
Yeah.
I remember when we still lived in Florida, I remember, like, I would see cat paw prints, like, either run across me or, like, follow me into the kitchen. He wanted food.
He was the most hungry boy.
Yes. If the bowl wasn't, like, if it had, like, if you could see the bottom of the bowl, the food bowl, he would yell at you.
Look, it got to the point, like, he got so bad about it where he would go in, like, when everyone would be asleep, he would go into my mom's room, yell at her until she was awake, and then make her follow him to the kitchen so that she can see that his bowl was below half.
Yes.
And fill it up. It didn't matter how upset she was that he woke her ass up.
It was funny as hell.
He would not be quiet.
Yeah, and sometimes he would just sit in the hallway and, like, yell because his bowl was almost empty.
Yeah. He would do that until someone would come out of their room, and then he would, like, walk away, and if you didn't follow him, he would come back, sit down, yell again.
Yep.
And then you would have to follow him. He...
Fat ass. I love him so much.
He was so chunky.
Hey, why are you...
Anyway, he likes to chill out on the corner of my bed, and last night I was laying in bed playing Webkins and watching Parker Get a Job.
Highly recommend watching his debate lives.
Absolutely.
Same with Gene Withers.
He was very entertaining last night.
I believe that. He's usually extremely entertaining at night.
Yeah. Anyway, like, my light was off, I was laying in bed playing Webkins, watching Parker Get a Job. And I had one of my cats in the room with me, but she was asleep on one of my pillows. And the other two were downstairs. And I felt a cat on my back. Like, I felt the the paws of a cat on my back, and I thought it was, McGonagall, one of my other cats.
Uncle.
It was not, she was not there. I was like, hello, Goggle. Was not there when I turned around, but I still felt the, like, paws on my back. And I was like, oh, okay, it's Mocha. Hello, Mocha. Hello, Mr. Cookie Crumble.
Yes, his full official name was Mocha Cookie Crumble.
Yes. I don't know why our mom gave him that name, because, you know, a Mocha Cookie Crumble is dark.
Yeah, like, shows a picture of him right here. And it's baby. It's baby.
Yeah, like, a Mocha Cookie Crumble is dark.
Yeah. And
my Mocha, my beautiful baby boy, he was like a cream color.
Insert picture right here.
He looked like a white chocolate.
He did. White chocolate mocha.
You used to get the white chocolate.
Frappe?
Not frappe. No, It wasn't. Not frappe. And also frappe is
that's
the bad place.
Yeah.
Like the white chocolate latte you used to get. I think that's what it was called.
The white chocolate mocha latte.
Whatever it was called. I don't know. It was just a white chocolate latte or something like that. Anyway, That's what he looked like. I don't know why he was named Mocha. Again, it was our mom that named him.
I just realized I would never named either of my pets.
You know what's funny? He was meant to be Mama's. Like
Really?
Yeah, Mocha was supposed to be our mother's cat because our mom's cousin had a pregnant cat, but she didn't want it. Or not the cat. She didn't want the litter, and she didn't want to have to take care of them because she had a baby and she was pregnant. So we took them. Well, we took the mother cat while she was still pregnant, and then gave birth. And Mocha was supposed to go to Mama. But then she saw how, like, me and him, like, bonded instantly. Like, it was a rare occasion when he would leave me. So she was like, you know what? He can be yours. And I was like, I'll take a fresh kitten. Wait, that was because yes, I know that sounds crazy. Yeah, and then she took Phoebe. Anyway, yeah. Mocha was supposed to be our mom's. And then she was like, well, I can't take this cat away from her, so guess it'll be yours. I guess you can have him. And I was like, damn straight I can. His chunky ass. He was chunky even as a kitten. I'm sorry, he was big boned. That's what he liked to be called, big boned. I was looking through pictures the other day, and I was looking through pictures the other day, and McGonagall looks exactly like her mom, like her. Well, I'm her mom. No, like her.
I know.
Mom. I know. Yeah, she looks exactly like her.
Really?
Yeah, except
you're gonna have to show me.
Yeah, except not as big because McGonagall is not small, but she's a smaller cat.
Their mom was some kind of Maine Coon mix, and I think their dad was like on the smaller side of cats or something.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say one of the cats that has like the really short legs like how dachshunds have, but I just think it was like a smaller cat. So McGonagall and Bellatrix aren't like normal cat size, I guess.
Well, okay,
They look like they're still kittens, but like they're not. If that makes sense.
And it's so weird because you can tell that they have like a little bit of Maine Coon in them.
Oh, they for sure do.
Because they've got specifically McGonagall has big paw, like the big Maine Coon paws.
Mm-hmm. And they also have like the extremely long whiskers and like the ear tufts.
We got so off topic, but I love talking about my children.
Okay, so I think that is everything for this episode.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Alright, so you guys enjoyed episode 5, and we will see you in episode 6.
Yeah.
Toodaloo!
Scootaloo!